the opposition and all that lane switching. This is what the game missing. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at Medford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men.
come on, baby, let's go!
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right, 64, weak. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Check 26, check 26.
first down. He'll drop to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
H3, 218, chopper.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Set, ready, 60, Pittsburgh. Do you get the ball right here?
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Go! Motion. Tighten up. Ready.
2nd and 13. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14.
That's another Jet.
We got 4.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 70 in. Number 53. 953. All day. What up? Ready.
On first down, Love. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. On first down, Barkley, he's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Dolphins' 21-yard line.
Red.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
22 jet bomber.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Joker.
Saquon Barkley running right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Jets. First down.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Check. Delta. Check.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hatchet. Hatchet. Check 37. Check 37. Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight. Lock it. Alert flare. Alert flare. Hut, hut.
Back to throw. Love. And that'll be incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Here's Breida, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Jim. Blue dog Quarkus. Blue dog Quarkus.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking to throw. Love. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he gets it down to the 32. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. Now, the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing on 1st down. Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again. Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. Check 15. Set, go.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Is that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side here. Barkley looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Here we go. Set. 15 lining, 15 lining. Set. Go.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his tight end Fant, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 6. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 8.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the pass.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Ready up, 10, under 10, 10.
Everyone got 4 down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the option. 43 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Tight end's right. 4 down, 4 down. Alert, man. Switch gears. Check, check. Fresno.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
At the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 70 in. Set. Topper.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. In for the score as his guys are back within a single score. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10.
Makes the score Jets 17, Dolphins 10.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Now a give, right side. Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
5:52. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. High 7, let's go.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They'll set up to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 90, Wolf. General, West. Slam. Ready, go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Love. And he connects with Ertz. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Looking to throw. Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Sanders now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Jets 24, Dolphins 17.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball. Said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. His career rushing numbers just continue to rise with that last carry. He surpasses 12,280 yards and also surpasses Marshall Faulk. On first down, Barkley, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now back to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Let's get it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And a cutback, right sideline. And down to the 19-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shift. Orbit. Ready to go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Kane. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now a give right side. Kane, and he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he fires one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Zoom, fellas, let's go. 50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds. It's just me and you. It's just hot.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
No.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. On 4th down, Love escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a first throw here in overtime. Flushed out right, and that is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done, now part 2. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Squeeze, get in there. Ready, go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
On 2nd down, it's Kane. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run on first down. Kane, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.
Yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Call us dangerous. Ain't too much to play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curve, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah. All
shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't riding. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the Chad calling.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dublin Celtic Tigers and the Denver Broncos. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the inline, so it'll come out to the 25.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. 6x3. 218, chopper. Check 43. Hard. Rock it. He's crashing. He's checked.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Hey, seam 6. Check.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first carry now for Kofani Muhammad. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Lamb.
Here we go. Here we go.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. On first down, Grant. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Corey Grant with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Allen off the play fake. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On first and 10, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 15.
Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. On third down, here's Lindsey. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. They will run with Grant. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Allen now looks to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Grant. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The results for them so far, not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Third down and 12.
The Broncos on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12.
I'm coming after you. Mike's 49.
Hey, exit.
That's the curl.
Here's Locke to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. This is Grant. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, orbit.
On play action, Allen. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
On 2nd down and 4, Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of it, and it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This is taken at the 3. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Reuben Foster picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. There's Freeman. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. 33 yards that time. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground, and they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Set up. 90 Wolf. What? Squeeze.
Check.
bomber. 22 jet bomber. Yep. Out. There. Hit it.
On third down, Lindsey. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. Oh, good hurdle. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
They'll take over. First down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a third down and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Throwing on first down is Allen.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Check safety.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Lamb. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's Allen on first and 10. Flush and a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 8 yards there helps, but they're still stuck now third and long coming up.
Hey, let's go. Five wide. Here we go.
On third and long, it's Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Watch the boot.
Hey, Delta.
59 Mike. Check, 59. Kermit.
Hey.
Check, 59.
Let's go.
Throwing on second and 14. Lock. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I know you felt that one.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
At the 29-yard line.
They go back to Grant. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing is Allen on third. The pass complete. It's Byrd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Going to give this time to the tailback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Here's Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but it'll be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd down now. It's Grant, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 3rd down. Allen. He wants it all for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Check 50, check 50.
Another run by Lindsey, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's 3rd and 11.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Right back to him on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10. At the 30.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To throw, it's Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Set, ready? 18 Gators. Rock it. Undercross, get it.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
On the double.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Now.
Kill.
On the counter, Lindsey. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, touchdown number 15 of the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner, but after a play like that, they might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or 2, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Lamb. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
High 7. 90 is a mile. You must be true.
Now Allen. On the crossing route, complete. That's Grant.
Let's go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Five. Come get some. He don't want it. 90. 56. 56. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Allen to throw. Completes it to Corey Grant. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Back to throw. Allen looking for the end zone. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 9. Check 9. Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot. Go.
Now Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Cortland Sutton. Incomplete. For Davies White on coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". I got it. Hey, wahoo! Now.
To throw is Locke. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down. 4th and 7. 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 4
Okay, ready?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Back and go full street. Hey, Zoo. Go on, go on. Tap 52. Hey, Charlie.
One final try for Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory.